I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Links to the car.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. My 2014 Fighter of the Year, Terence Crawford, makes his return, not at 135, one up at 140 for the vacant WBO title.
Algeria's belt.
Yeah, Algeria's belt, where they stripped off him for no reason.
That's another video.
Yeah.
That's another video.
But he fights Thomas Dulorme in a fight that's going to have a lot of eyes on it. You got Fighter of the Year, a possible pound for pound entrant, making a big step into the division with the likes of Danny Swift Garcia, Lamont Peterson, Luka Matisse, Adrian Broner,
Provodnikov. Go on and on and on.
Yeah.
So 140 is, I think, the biggest division.
If he wins and was impressive, where does it go? Ade.
Good build-up. Fighter of the Year. Most people's Fighter of the Year.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else had anyone close. Golovkin and Kovalev were, kind of there-ish, but he was convincingly my Fighter of the Year as well. But that doesn't mean that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? All those titles are fantastic, but that's what you want. And he's now moved into what I would call a money-ish division. 147 is the money division for me. But 140 is very close. It's just from start. He needs a very, very good performance.
He definitely is a very, very good performance.
And it's for a world title. Yeah, it's for a world title. Which is very good.
Okay, you had a great performance with Igor Gamboa. He had a very good performance again against Beltran, but now you need to build on that.
Gamboa is a super featherweight.
Yeah. You need to build on that. The first way in your hometown. Yeah. You got the rap clientele. You got the promoters. You got everything. Now you need to capitalize on those things. There's money to be made. There's great fights out there for you, depending on this one fight. Becoming a world titleist again, 2-weight champion, makes you a player.
It makes you a big player. They've matched him hard.
Yes, they have.
They've matched him very, very hard.
It's a world title shot. It shouldn't be easy.
I agree, but Adrian Broner would tell you differently. That's a 3-weight world champion. He didn't get matched hard in any of those fights, as far as I'm concerned. This is a guy that he's big Hank Lundy. Yep. Kareem Mayfield's the name that propelled him, if you like, to this world title shot. That was a guy that was on a run, unbeaten as well.
Everyone was saying Kareem was the future. Everyone was saying how great he was, how good he was. He's from the streets. He's this and that. His heart. He's trying to make.
America do that a lot, don't they?
Yeah, they're really trying to sell him. And I tell you what, I like Kareem Mayfield. I think he's not a bad fighter. Yeah. But the height he was coming in with, and what Dulorme done to him, two different things.
Yeah, you're right. I like Crawford. The only problem I have with Crawford is that, does he speak? Does he need a translator?
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't talk a lot.
A lot, and I think boxers got to realise now, it's part and parcel of the game, unfortunately, is you've got to sell yourself, you've got to sell your fights. Guys out there ain't getting big paychecks, and for him, look, he's going to get a world title if he wins the fight, but that means very little in today's boxing world. 10, 15 years ago, world title means people are going to be knocking your door down and screaming for that world title. It doesn't happen anymore. We saw it with the IBF title that no one, in the middleweight division, that no one wanted to fight for. And in the end, you had Lemieux versus Endam because no one wanted to fight. People were turning that down. So Terence Crawford shouldn't think, look, if I win this belt, I'm a 2-weight world champion. Terence Crawford, you need to start speaking. You need to start calling out names. You need to start getting the big fights.
Okay. I'll give you a quick example of where I say how you could be the fighter of the year, have all the hype and it goes wrong. Adonis Stevenson, 2013 fighter of the year.
Big time.
All the hype, the knockouts, this, that, everything looks great. And then look at 2014. Just because you've got accolades and respect and you've got star power, it doesn't mean it transcends for the following year. You've got to stay on top of it and beat and do the right things. This is a tough fight. He's got to be comfortable with the weight. Crawford, to me, looks like similar to like a Mayweather. Like he takes a good 3-4 rounds to get into that flow. He done it in the Ricky Burns fight. That was a fight away from home. He done it in the
How tall is Crawford?
He looks quite tall.
He looks quite tall, doesn't he? He looks about 5'8", 5'9".
He done it in Gamboa fight, where he actually took over in the second half of the fight, not the first half of the fight. And same with the Beltran fight. He has a little time to work his way in. Given the weight class, given it's going to be guys who are naturally bigger, maybe a little bit naturally stronger. Obviously sparring, he's done sparred bigger guys previously, but now it's a real fight.
Sparring with 14 ounces though.
Now it's a real fight. He needs to go through the transitions, but he needs an impressive performance. And based on his last 2 performances, even though he's not known as a real puncher, I think he needs a type of stoppage type performance to to bring it further.
That's a very big ask against a guy that is naturally at that right weight, who's naturally fought guys that were hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hank Lundy, hot. Kareem Mayfield, hot.
Yeah.
He's not looking at Terence Crawford. Look, as good as those Terence Crawford performances were, without me being too harsh, I saw things in there, especially Gamboa one.
You can find holes. You can find holes.
Yeah, there are holes there. He's a slick boxer, but he's not on the. Let's not put him in the Mayweather slick boxer category. That Gamboa one was almost a back and forth, but he just landed quicker, landed sharper.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Beltran is a good fighter, but he was never really a top 1, top 2, top 3 in division.
Yeah.
He made that way through the Ricky Burns fight, and he was doing mandatory, and he kind of
His name is known as Pacquiao's chief sparring partner.
So he was saying, but he was never the man in the division.
Agreed.
He was a guy, a good fighter. We all knew him. He was a top 10 guy, but he wasn't the number 1 or number 2 guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, Gamboa was a much smaller guy coming up.
Yeah.
Looked pumped up. Ricky Burns was on a slide. Ricky Burns was on a slide.
On a slide?
As we all know, and I'm trying. So yes, you could say that you could punch holes in it and say this and that. That's why I'm saying he needs to make a statement. Yeah, because the critics out there will punch holes in your career. You know, they punch holes in everything.
Yeah. Can't watch this and fought no one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, there's GG.
Yeah, GG and fought no one. Vladimir Klitschko's a bum.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So you got to look at it and say, look, without punching holes in the guy, what does he need to do to transcend?
Yeah. And
this is why I'm saying that he needs a type of performance, a stoppage. If he doesn't get the stoppage, it doesn't mean it's a bad performance. But you want to have the fight where the ref is kind of waiting to try to stop the fight. Or he gets a couple of knockdowns, it's like he dominated. Like you want to make a thing that's going to say, look, I'm the man. I'm here at 140. You guys better watch for me.
I've looked at this fight. I've been watching Dulorme. How's his name pronouncing? Dulorme. Yeah. And I think this is a very, very tough fight for Crawford. I'll be honest with you, like, you're right, world title fight should be against genuine guys who are ranked highly and deserve a world title shot. And I guess beating Hank Lundy and Kareem Mayfield in the last 2 fights guarantee that. That shows he's no bum.
Yeah.
It's a serious guy. And naturally bigger guy as well. I'm not sure what to expect from Crawford in this performance. Initially I did say 135 to 140 is not a big jump. When I look at the 140 guys in my head right now, these are very big men.
Now, all the 140 guys have been dancing around 140 and 147.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
Yeah, there's not many 140 guys I'm trying to think, apart from Adrian Broner, that have come up from 135 recently. Yeah. They're just all 140, 147s have come down.
Brown has come down from 147.
No, I mean, because Broner jumped from 130, didn't he? Up to 147, 135 to 147.
Yeah.
All the 140 guys right now are 140 guys. Yeah. There's none of them 135, 140. So he's fighting for naturally bigger guys. Look, Crawford wins this, but I don't expect him to get the knockout. I expect him to get maybe a knockdown, but I'm looking at a close points decision.
No. I'm going for if it goes, I'm going for a more wilder points decision. I agree. Crawford is not the puncher. He is the boxer, and if a knockout comes, he'll take it. That's what you're supposed to fight. Yeah. You fight round for round, and if an opportunity arises, you take it, but you don't force it. That's the right thing to do. I'm just saying that, considering what the division is, considering you got pound for pound punchers like Matisse and Rodikoff in there. Yeah. Considering you got a pound for pound top 10 in Danny Garcia.
Just.
Looking at Lamont Peterson's title fight last time.
Looked fantastic
last night. And he's going to be stripped of his world title, which means he's going to be in a position for another world title very quickly. Yeah. You need to put yourself in a strong position. And a lackluster or a slow performance will not do that for him. I like Crawford, and like I said, my fight of the year, give him mad props for everything he's done.
Did he need to?
But he
didn't clean out 135.
No, he didn't need to, but he done enough.
I thought Mickey Garcia would have been waiting for him. But
I think he done enough. When you look at that, taking out Vasquez and Broner and Ricky Burns mix, those guys kind of fallen off. Ricky Burns was the man at the time. Even on the slide, he beat Burns. Yeah, did he beat the cash cow Gamboa? Yeah. He ended the Ricky Burns business by sorting out Beltran, who was the champion who got bumped. Yeah. So yes, he didn't clear out the division completely, but he done more than enough to say he was clearly the man. Okay. So just we're clear on it. You're going Crawford winning by wide decision. Wide decision or stoppage. So look, it's Crawford's first fight at 140, and it's for a world title. A world title, as Ryan said, vacated or stripped of by Algieri. Quite a tough fight to go into. But we are going for the Crawford win, but what happens next? It's always that what happens next thing, because that's what we want to see. Yeah. What are these guys past? And right now, 140 is stacked. Peterson, I think, will stay at 140. Yeah.
And I think the loser of Matisse Provodnikov, or both of them will probably stay at 140. And then there's so many others in the mix as well. So if Crawford does get this title, I'm telling you now, he will become the hunted. Because they will be looking for this title. But the only thing,
unless he destroys him. Unless he destroys him.
If he destroys him in 1 or 2 rounds,
he'd be the feared.
He'd be the feared.
He'd be the feared.
He'd be the feared. Provodnikov will still fighting though.
Yeah.
Alright guys, you know, as usual, leave your comments below. We will get back to you. We do.
Yeah.
We do. People think we don't. We do. Yeah. It takes a while, but we do get back to you.
Yeah.
Email, subscribe, tweet, and thanks for watching another edition of Box Talk. Cheers.